I have a love-hate relationship with this thing. I love and really like the design, the wedge shape. I really like how they made it. I really like the looks of it and how it's held up all over the years. This was designed in the mid-1970s, 1975, 76, by an Italian designer whose name I can never remember. As far as I'm aware, this is the only cassette deck player that is, or at least used to be, in the New York Museum of Modern Arts. What I also like is how you can clean the idler in here. If you look inside, let me zoom in a little bit, you know, you can reach the rubbers quite easily with a Q-tip. I like how it stands. I like how it is portable. It even has batteries that you can put in here and take it to places where you don't have any power. You know, put 9 batteries in here. I think they're double D's or triple D's, you know, the big ones. And it will play and record on the go. It's got line in, line out. And on the side, it has DC input, phones input, left and right microphone input, so you can record in stereo. You know, great for the Grateful Dead recordings back in the day, you know, when we all made bootlegs. So I really like this. And I have a feeling when Yamaha gave the order to this Italian designer, they just basically told him, make an iconic design, make an iconic piece of furniture, art that people can put in their living room. So he came up with this, and he sent back the design to Japan. Yamaha gave this design to their engineers and told them, build a cassette player that fits into something like this. Normally when you design a piece of equipment, you know, you spec it out, it needs to do record playback, it needs to do all these functions, it needs to play, you know, and the engineers put it all in a box and they design a box that's functional, you know, with everything inside. Here, the box came first and they had to fit everything into this. And this is where my dislike also comes from. Even though it is a beautiful piece of furniture, art, you can stick it on top of a cabinet, you can operate it sitting down and standing up, you know, great. But when you open this up, it is a nightmare to repair. And we will get to that later. Also, some of the things, this is the TC-800GL. As far as I'm aware, this was the first of 2 that came out. This has ferrochrome setting and a limiter setting and Dolby noise reduction. The model afterwards, if I recall correctly, had a different set of functions. They didn't have ferrochrome anymore because that was very, very quickly faded out in the mid-1970s, and it came chrome dioxide cassettes. That was one of the differences. I don't recall all the other differences. So now that I gave you a little bit of background on this deck, you know, we're gonna open it up and you will see my dislike. Before we do that, there was one thing I want to address first. I see a lot of questions, even on YouTube and on the fora and, you know, a lot of places, people asking, how do you remove the cassette lid and how do you put it back? And there's a trick. First of all, removing, have to open it up, be careful. So what you do is one thumb on the left side, one thumb on the right side, and you ease the compartment out. It is held here by two clips, one on the left side, one on the right side. Now when you put it back like so. Don't push, but close the compartment. Push it in. Yeah, it clicks back, I hope. Yeah. And now you press the eject button, so the compartment comes up, and now it sits again. Don't push it. So left and right, open it up, put it back in, close the door, and it should now, you know, it's a bit fiddly, but it won't break. It's quite, I don't know, flexible plastic. But close the door, put it in, and then press the eject button, and that's how you put it back most of the time. But you see, and this is quite a trick. There we go. Now don't push. Now click, click, and now it's stuck. But the trick is to close this one first, then put the lid on, and feel. You know, it will click back in. Okay. So let's open this one up. You know, I told you I dislike this, and when we open this up, you know, hopefully, do I still have a cassette in here? No. Hopefully you can see why. This is gonna bring back some memories for me, because I never liked it that much. You know, I do like the design, but it needs some weird tools as well. And when we open it up, I can see you. You can see it. Oh, by the way, this is what makes the deck stand up. If you're interested in buying one, make sure this little flap is with the cassette deck. You know, if it doesn't have this flap, it won't stand up at an angle. You know, it will just fall back. It really needs the backside and make it so you can operate it. You know, this is the way it's supposed to be. The material is like a soft velvety plastic. It does scratch quite easily. Oh, I see someone has been in here before. Some screws are missing. Velvety plastic, it feels nice. It doesn't scratch easily, but you know, 1975, 1976, it will bound to have some scratches. I have not found a way to make it look better again. So if you find one, make sure you get it in the condition, the cosmetic condition that you like. And this is the inside. Oh man, this brings back some memories. Transport is here. I will show you that. The slides are right here. The slides, oh, and this is another thing. This one actually has pitch control. Oh, the slides go a little bit. We will address that. Left and right playback volume. Left and right microphone volume. And left and right line in recording volume. So you can actually, you know, change the pitch, change the playback volume, But oh man, power is off. Fuses, power supply, slider switches, and the transports. Now, if you want to take the transport out, and let me see if I can remember where they are. There are some long bolts that go in here. Let's see if we can find those, and I can show you. We've got some record play switches that need to be cleaned. You know, long metal switches here, operated by the movement. So we'll be cleaning those. But this is nothing like, you know, the early 80s to early 90s players. You know, this is typical 1970s setup of a cassette deck. Let me sit down. Oh, it's been 25-30 years since I've had one of these in my hand, so trip down to memory lane. Oh, there we go. I'm not going to undo anything yet. Here's the transport. Belts look good. It's got a long ass belt. There's some small rubbers we're going to clean here. This belt looks good. If you need to replace the belt, yeah, see, somebody has been in here and did not replace all the screws, you know, did not put them all back. So I think somebody replaced the belt, thought, you know, good enough is good enough. So let's do that. Let's take it further apart. It's just for fun, and you get some kind of an idea of what's involved to get it. A belt replacement, and clean it up and oil it a little bit. This one. And this thing's got a massive flywheel, and that's what makes it good. There's one more screw. Oh, there we go. On this side, am I zoomed in enough? 1, 2, 3. But I told you, and I hope you see what I mean with it's a nightmare. You know, all these levers and springs and switches and all that happy stuff. Let's take the plate out. If we can somehow, not that way. And then you got to remember how to put it all back, right? And the first time I got one of these on my workbench, you know, you basically pick your repairs. It's got a number. And so I picked up this one, put it on the bench, and said, "Ooh, that looks really cool. You know, let's see what the problem is." And the problem was, needs new belts, need new idler tire, and everything like that. Just a, you know, pinch rollers, cleaning, and it took me, and it probably will take me still, the better half of a day to get it all out. Okay, so this is the flywheel plate. Switches look clean. Oh no, they don't. So we got to clean the switches a little bit. You know, it's just not fun sometimes. Okay. I see some cut wires here from microphone right. I don't know why they cut the wires off. Let's see if we can find, oh, microphone left as well. Cut wires. So we need to figure out if we can find them again. Maybe pull out some schematics. Where does this one go? Also left, right, left, right. Why did they cut them off? No idea. Okay. Older cassette decks all have the manual rack play switches, which are the long metal bars. Some have one, left and right combined. Some have two, left, right, separate. Now let's see if we can take the flywheel out. Let's take the belt off. That's a massive belt. Here we've got the belt for the idler, so let's take that one off as well. Let's see if we can make some space for the flywheel. Yep. And look at this. Isn't that great? You know, a reel weighs a ton. We'll clean that up a little bit, although it's fairly clean. Clean the capstan, oil the bearing. Where is my little cleaner stuff? Here it is. Put some alcohol and run that through the capstan. You know, while we have it open, may as well clean it all. Okay. Normally, back in the day, I would replace, you know, all of these. But since you can't find them anymore, we're just going to clean them. You know, the rubber eyelet tires and other tires. So we're just going to clean them manually. We're also going to clean the pulleys where the belts run manually. But it's, I don't know, it's an engineering ingenuity, you know, how to fit everything, every single thing in a space like this. You know, you're basically given a rectangular box and then people tell you, oh, fit all of this square stuff into the rectangular box or a triangular box. You know, I don't care how you do it, but we have this design and it needs to all fit, so make it fit. A bit more. Oh, I had some commenters saying, you know, you talk too much. Well, and the video takes too long. Well, yeah, this is how long it takes, you know, to service something properly. And if I don't talk, nobody knows what I'm doing. You know, show and tell. It's either I can tell without pictures, or I can show and not say anything, and then people go, what are you doing? You know, you're not saying anything. I can't see what you're doing. Let me know what you think. Should I be quiet, not say anything? Or just continue the way that I have been doing? Okay, let's clean these switches a little bit. Sandpaper. One. And the other switches we'll do later. I can do, if I can reach, do this one. you know, and this is pre-micro switch, right? These are just pieces of copper hitting each other, which makes for a great switch. And if you just clean them, you know, make sure that they have good contact, and they will last forever. And you can easily manually adjust them if you need to. I'm not going to take this belt out. This is for the counter. If the counter doesn't work, then the mechanism will stop, and then you got to remove all of this. Oh, here are the screws I was talking about. There's one long here. You know, you got to remove this one. There's another one over here, and then this one is out. This one is out. Well, maybe we can do that because I gotta clean the sliders. Let me find the right tools, and we'll take the whole thing out of the front. Hold on. Found them. If you're curious, this is 6mm. Little ratchet, 6mm, and then they come right out. One here, one here, and now it should be loose. Okay. Now I think it might be a good idea to first put the flywheel back and the belt, put everything back together. So we're going to do that. A little bit of oil on the capstan so that it runs smoothly. And we can put it back in. Let me take the belt out before it gets all oily. Cable out of the way. Okay. Ooh, that runs nice again. Yep. Put this belt on. Side. There we go. Have a look, see if it fits. Yep, that's in the right. And you can see, if you want to know if the belt sits on the capstan correctly, you can pull it up and it sits in its own little groove. So that's good. That runs nice and smooth again. Not twisted, okay. Let's put the motor belt on. And I wish somebody didn't lose those screws, but it seems we're going to have to do without. Okay. It's twisted. Okay, there we go. Oh, those microphone wires, where do they go? Why did they cut them off? Is it worth pursuing now? No, let's first put it back together. I will get the schematics out and we can follow and trace them, see where they are going. Because I don't see anything else cut off now. I don't see any loose wiring. No. By the way, the caps look in good condition, at least for the power supply. Not leaking, no wet spots, so that's good. Where did they cut them off? If anyone sees the wire where they cut them, and it can't be too short, because I have them right here. That's blue, blue, blue. It's just, no, I don't see them. I think I need to get the schematics out. Okay, so this one goes to the rec play switch somehow, like so. I think, yeah. So slide it underneath, make some space. Oh man. I hope people are having fun watching me struggle. I sure as hell am not having a whole lot of fun, but all for the greater good, right? One screw. And let me know what you think of this, you know, design, this deck. I think it's pretty awesome. But I may very well be, no, I'm not alone, because it's in the Museum of Modern Arts, you know, so other people like it. Or at least I hope they do. Because why would you put stuff into a museum if you don't like it? Oh, come on. Okay. 1, 2, that one. That one. Okay. Where's my spring? There. Let me first. Should we clean these first? Yeah, let's do that. Let me grab my cleaning stuff and we'll clean the record power switches. Okay, so cleaned that. Put the cleaning stuff away. And then slide them back and forth to clean the contacts. If you don't do this, you know, you get this, either you get a missing left or right channel during play and or record, or, you know, humming noises or crackling noises, anything like that. Okay, so that's one. Were they taken off of this side? No, the wires are too short. And this looks all original, like the rec play switches were never replaced. So I wonder how they will sound. Okay. Take these away. These away. And I do dislike these a lot. Yep. Okay. That works. No, it doesn't. come on. Okay, that's better. One screw here. And the inside's only held with 2 screws. So when you put the cover on, there's a screw hole here and a screw hole there. So that's how the whole thing, when you put it back together, is held down. So don't put any screws in here while the cover is still off, because then you can't get any screws in. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe that's why the screws are gone. Okay. There's a little spring. Oop. No. Here it is. Come on. You know, and then people say that 1970s cassette decks are much easier to repair than, you know, the 80s and the 90s. Well, I tend to disagree with that. You know, with the later movements, they were much further ahead in making it smaller. Miniaturizing? No. Making it smaller, right? Okay, so that's, yep. Okay, that screw isn't tight yet. Did I screw that thread up? I think so. Okay. That one. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Any others? No. 1, 2. Okay. So that one's back. Now let's see. There was one more. Oh, here it is. One more. See, I thought it was 3. I'm not crazy. Okay. What are these called? I don't know. And now, if it's all okay, you should be able to get the whole thing off. Should be loose. Maybe not. Did I forget something? This one? No, that's not it. Not that one. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there we go. Hold on. I remember. Take the lid off. Like so. Man. Whew. That is dirty. So let's clean that up a little bit. Just get most of the dirt, grime. Let me get some better paper for that. Okay. My daughter would say, Dad, get the blowy thing out. Yeah, I really don't want to. I've got an air compressor that I sometimes use, but I don't think I want to do that for this. So let's just use you know what we have. Okay. Man, that is a lot of. Oh. Anyone want some dinner? Man. Get some of the dust out. You know what? The air compressor doesn't sound all that bad right now. Take all the dust and the hairs out. Oh, more dinner. Oh. Okay. Pieces of foam completely gone. Somebody screwed around in here. That's not where it's supposed to be. Okay. So let me clean the slides. Where's my cleaning stuff? Here. Make sure that we don't get any crackling noises or corrosion. Make sure the slides work nicely. That works. Now, these sliders would also benefit from a little bit of grease, but I don't think I have the right grease, so I may have a drop of oil. Yeah, hold on. A little bit of slide them stuff, just enough to get the plastic smooth again. That doesn't make a whole lot of difference. should have cleaned them first. Hey, where's my alcohol? These were never the smoothest sliders, but you know, it will help when they're clean. You know, it's just plastic on plastic. Oh, that works. Yeah, that's a bit better. Okay, what else? Let's put some power on, clean the inside. Where's my power cord? Here. Up. Let's see if we can press play on, maybe. There we go. Does it? No. I wanted to play with the door open. But it won't. I know. I thought it was easy, but it's not. Okay. Then we'll do it manually. Clean all the rubbers by hand. Idler pulley. Last reel. Well, see, I am talking less, but it's a lot less fun. Yeah, power is still good. The take-up power is good, so the rubbers are good. Not going to screw around with them too much. Clean it. Yeah, I know. By the way, if you hold this, it will stop. That's the mechanism. You know, if you keep it, click. There's a magnet here with a reed sensor. So if the magnet doesn't spin, the reed sensor doesn't open and close, and the auto stop function kicks in. And that's what happens when the counterbelt breaks. You know, the modern ones have black, silver, black, silver, black, silver, black, silver, or a counterbelt, and a sensor behind it. You know, the older ones only have a counterbelt. This one have a reed sensor. And that's how it detects tape movement. Okay, I have no idea yet how this one will sound, but we'll find that out later. slide them all one side, slide these all one side, and then it should all fit. Stop, power on, off. Buttons work. Okay, play works. Okay, record works. Yeah, no funny sounds. Record plays. Okay, we'll do that later. Okay, turn around, set power off. I'm not sure where those two microphone wires go to, so I'll grab the service manual and the schematics later, and we'll figure that one out. There's one in the middle. You know, and just hand tight, you know, it a smidge tighter than hand tight. You know, you don't want to have them come loose, but you don't want to pull the threads out of the case either. So, you know, a little bit mechanical feeling and you're fine. This one is a little bit trickier because it's in the corner and you got very, very little space. So aim like so. Yeah, there we go. 6 mil. That one back, that one back. Didn't forget anything. That one. So these two screws I absolutely need. So when we put the cover on, we're going to put, okay, so here's one that doesn't need a screw from the outside. This one does. So this one, small screw. Yep. And this one then also needs a screw. That's weird. Because I don't have any screws left over. 1, 2, 3, no. See, that's okay. That's this one. Oh, guess we'll find out. And as you know, with these older decks, if somebody is in there before you, you never know what they did, or how they did it, or why they did it. Did I now make the mistake I told you not to make? No. No. I thought I put a screw in there. There we go. Okay, my camera just died. One of my batteries is dead. Remind me I need to charge them. No, not literally. I'll remind myself. That one. Here's a short one. Two more. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'll put them here. Now, one here for the mechanism, one post, and I'll need to get some more screws. I don't have screws, and I'll put one here. Okay. Battery cover. Power. Out. And we should have some music. Let me first clean the capstan, the pinch roller a little bit more. That's kind of dirty still. Okay, that's not bad. Clear some of the grime off, make it look a little bit better. Okay. Cassette. Oh, there's a spring missing here as well. Playback. Hey! We have music. Because normally when there's two springs, you know, there's one gone. When you press eject, it comes up and then slowly it pushes, you know, the cassette out. Don't know. Oh, that's very slowly. That's like watching paint dry. Up, there we go. Yeah, it needs a second spring. Yep. Okay, ferrochrome off, Dolby off, memory off, battery check doesn't work because there's no batteries. Reset. Should we adjust the azimuth by ear? I know people will hate me for this, but oh man, I don't know who did this, but okay. The azimuth screw was completely glued down. Need a little bit. Okay. If you're interested, we'll do a quick adjustment. I'll hook up, you know, all the measuring equipment. If you're not interested in adjusting, then thank you for watching. We'll see you later. For the people that are interested, you know, stick around and we can have a look. And I just forgot, I may have to open it up again to adjust the speed. I hope the speed's good, because otherwise I'm gonna have to open it all up, you know, find the little screw thing for the motor and adjust the speed. Although we have pitch control, yeah, maybe we can smuggle a little bit, you know. Oh, it's a little fast. Oh, it's a little slow. You know, just put. I should become a DJ. enough with the fun. We'll leave this one off. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you later. So, for those that never get enough of adjusting azimuth and speed, or just want to snicker because I didn't do the speed when we had it opened up, let's see what the speed actually is. Put the pitch, yeah, there's a little indentation. That's the middle. So let's have a look. Oh, that's not too bad. Let me actually see where it is. 3190. That is 1% off. 40 hertz, 1%. Yeah, you know. Okay, that's all the way up. You know, if you put it right in the indentation, should I smuggle? Yeah, I think I should. No, I can't really do that. Okay, so I'm gonna open that one up, adjust the speed. Let's first do the azimuth. Put the scope up. And play. Make that one equal. A little bit bigger. Come on. Why is there such a different left and right channel? Oh, there we go. I think that's close enough. A little bit. 20 here. Is the head 30 maybe? Yeah, the head's quite worn, so that's why high frequency, I think there's a little bit of difference. No, actually it's a little bit of dirt. Okay. Beep 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 beep. Okay, try that again. Okay, yep. Okay, so because I need to open it up anyway for the microphone wires, I need to see where those came from and what they do. So let me grab the service manual. Open this one up. Put the tapes away. Open these up once more for the speed adjustment. Stop the recording. 2. Now let me get the manual, because I don't know whether or not the speed adjustment is on this board or on the motor. So let me have a quick look and I will be back. Okay, so I'm glad I checked. Speed adjustment is not on the motor. There's a potentiometer, how do you say that in English? Potentiometer. Below here, normally you stick a screwdriver in, but I'll show you where it is. That's probably easier. And also I checked the microphone wires, that I can show you a picture from the manual, and there's only 2 wires coming from, so I don't know why there's cutoff wires, but in the manual it does not show extra wires coming from the microphone in and out. So I don't know what they're doing here. They look original, I must say, but if you look at the schematic again, you know, line in only has, you know, 2 wires. Okay, so let me zoom in on where the adjustment for the speed is. Let me take this one away, and I hope you can see it. There's a board here, and below here there's an adjustment there for the speed. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it on its side, put some power on, hope it doesn't start to smoke, put my test cassette in, and then we're going to adjust the speed. Here we go. Let me put the wires back in. Line out. Where's my line out? Here's my line out. Put those in and put the software back on, and I will start to adjust so you can see where I am. File, screen recording, record. Okay, hopefully, yep, there we go. Put this on speed. Now I don't want that one. Advanced. Okay. So let's see if we can find the right adjustment. Should be right here. and adjust it to where it should be. Come on. That's too much, that's not enough. Come on. And what's that? 2 hertz, 1 hertz? Oh, there we go. That's nice. Wow, and flutter. Will that work on its side? I have no idea. I don't even know if it works with this tape. Let me rewind it a little bit. I will check that when the deck's laying down, because this might not be the optimum position to measure. But speed is good now. Let me see if, yeah, now it goes up, now it goes down. Oh, let's find a little notch where it should be. That's it. Okay. Okay, so let me put it back together again. And then we're done. By the way, when you do put it back together again, the rec play switches are operated by this lever. Let me see if I can, yeah. And it's got 2 directions, you know, short, long, like this. It won't fit. So make sure you got it into the right position. Okay. Did I tell you I really disliked working on these? Because, you know, nothing ever seems to fit the way it came out. It's just, I don't know, I just don't like them. I really do like them. I really do like the design. You know, it's a cool feature in any house, and if you like playing cassettes, you know, by all means get one. You know, replace the belts, replace the idler tires and some other rubber, and they're fantastic little machines. You know, they will do the job. These were actually made for good recordings at the time. They have acceptable frequency response, you know, nothing like the later models. You know, I think they top out at 16 kilohertz on a chrome tape. It's still acceptable, but it's not something, you know, that you go, oh wow. But you know, they're good little machines. You know, they're well built, and they will last for another, you know, how old is it now? Almost 50 years. Yeah, 48 years, 48 years, 49. They will last another 50 years. You know, and they look cool. They really look cool. Stop the software. Speed 2. You know, they really do look cool. Fantastic decks. No, I don't know. You know what I mean, right? It's a cool piece of furniture. You can tell people it's in the Museum of Modern Art, or it used to be. I don't know if it still is, but it used to be. And you know, it's one of those decks. Either you love them or you hate them or you learn to love them. Or both, like me. Okay, now let's see if we can do this right again. So, like this, eject. Ah, that went smooth. Okay, Yamaha TC-800, and you got the D model and the GL model. This is the GL model with ferrochrome and Dolby. The other one had, I'm gonna have to check to see what the major differences were. You know, love them, hate them, but it's cool. Okay, I'll talk to everybody later again. Thanks, guys.